Hey guys, Richard Blaine here. Thanks for stopping by my easy cooking channel tonight. Tonight I'm going to make another Thai curry dish. I have some more Malaysian recipes coming. I have a long list of requests coming out of Malaysia, but I had some Thai supplies in my pantry and in my refrigerator that I needed to do something with this week. So I decided to do another Thai curry dish. I've done Thai red curry, I've done Malaysian beef rendang, and tonight I'm going to be doing Thai yellow curry with chicken and potatoes. And to coin the phrase of Jacques Pepin, I'm going to do it my way with a couple of little twists as usual, but it's still going to be delicious Thai yellow curry with chicken and potatoes. So as usual with YouTube, let's get going, and I'll see you on the other side. Now, the first order of business for this curry is to fry up some onions. So I'm frying up a combination of red and brown onions. A lot of times they use shallot. Shallot's good. I like shallot. But I'm going to use the slightly different flavors of red and brown together. I might throw some fried shallots in there later. But just to get the flavors going, some finely slivered red and yellow onion. Now, most of the time the directions are to saute these onions until they're soft. And I'm going to go one step further than that. I want to see some caramelization from these onions before I move on to the next step. Okay, for a flavor layer. Okay, it's a little bit different than just sauteing these until soft. I want some brown, I want some caramelization, and then we're going to move on to the next step. Now, the red onions and the brown onions are starting to caramelize and brown, and I thought I will add that third flavor layer, and I will add some fried shallots. Okay, I will add some fried shallots. If you like doing Asian cooking, fried garlic and fried shallots are condiments that you need to have in your kitchens. Okay. Now, I'm going to toss these in here real quick. They'll soften up. They'll soften up. And the brown onion and the red onion will also continue to brown. To this, garlic. All right. And ginger. Okay. There we go. And I'm going to saute this together for about 5 to 8 minutes. It's going to get a lovely color, and then we move on to the next step. The onions and the shallots have browned, and now I've just added my Thai yellow curry paste. Okay, and I'm going to add a little bit of chicken stock. I'm going to add a little bit of chicken stock, a little bit at a time, to get that curry paste to thin out. There we go. All right. Let's get that curry paste to thin out. Start moving. There we go. Some nice brown bits from the caramelized onions and shallots, garlic, ginger. All right. A little more stock. Bring this up to a boil. And then I'm going to reduce it to a simmer and simmer it for about 5 minutes. And then we're going to move on. All right. So I've let this curry mixture simmer for a couple of minutes, and you can see the brown bits floating around in there. And now it's time to add my unsweetened coconut milk. Now, I need to stress something about coconut milk. Okay? When you go to your local Asian market to find coconut milk, do your research, okay, and read the ingredients and find out just how much real coconut cream, coconut extract you're getting in that can, okay? Each brand is a little bit different, and each brand from each country is a little bit different, okay? I'm lucky I found a brand that uses 90% coconut extract, okay? 90%, okay? That's the highest that I've found, okay? Okay? That means you're getting 90% coconut cream and 10% water and whatever else they want to use, okay? I've seen cans of coconut milk unsweetened that were as low as 30% extract. So, if you like Asian cooking as much as I do, okay, and you need to make a curry or any dish requiring coconut milk, do your research and see how much cream or quote-unquote extract there is in the can you're buying before you buy. Now, you're going to notice I didn't add any salt into any of these steps, and that's because I'm going to bring this down to a medium simmer, and I'm going to add about 2 to 3 tablespoons of fish sauce, depending on what your liking is. There we go. And I'm going to mix that in. That's our salt content, okay? That's why I didn't mix in salt previously, because salt is salt, and fish sauce is fish sauce. It's salt with the flavor of fish, anchovy, or whatever fish they get. That's why I didn't use processed salt, okay? It's just another layer of flavor, good umami, okay? Good umami. Mix that in, okay? Now, usually with curries, Thai curries, you use kaffir lime leaves. In Las Vegas, kaffir lime leaves are extremely difficult to come by because when they come to town, all the restaurants buy them. So, another method that you could use that a lot of people suggest is to use bay leaves instead of kaffir lime leaves, or to use lime zest. And that's fine. I'll get some of that fond. That's fine, okay? But curry being what curry is, and curry being made in different places, I'm once again going to cross-pollinate and use an Indian ingredient in this Thai curry, okay? But that will add such an aroma, such a flavor. I'm adding fresh curry leaves instead of bay leaves, instead of kaffir lime leaves, okay? These are quite powerful, okay? They will lend an aroma and a flavor layer. If you've never used curry leaves in your Asian cooking or Indian cooking or any other cooking that you do, you need to try it. They're fantastic. Now, when you get your bowl of curry served, you take your curry leaf out, okay? I've eaten them, they're all right, but I just take them out like you would a bay leaf, okay? So I'm going to simmer this in here. And then we have a sweet layer, okay? Some brown sugar. You could use palm sugar. I use molasses. You guys know I use molasses, okay? Now I'm going to mix these two ingredients in here and simmer this on a medium high for about 2 minutes, and then we're going to move on to the next step. All right, time to add the chicken. Now, usually a lot of people use chicken breast in this recipe or any kind of curry chicken. And as far as I'm concerned, chicken breast is boring and chicken breast is pedestrian. It doesn't have a lot of flavor. The best meat to use in a curry or most chicken dishes is dark meat, thighs, okay? Well, here's one. The chicken that I'm using here is boneless leg meat, okay? Shop around your supermarkets, excuse me, and see if you can find this just absolute delicious delicacy of chicken as far as I'm concerned. Boneless, skinless leg meat, okay? If you can't find the boneless, skinless leg meat, then go with boneless, skinless chicken thighs. Much, much more flavor than breasts. Breasts are just, they're just too goddamn pedestrian. For God's sakes, we're cooks, we're foodies, okay? We're all about flavor, okay? Breasts don't have a whole lot of flavor. Thighs, legs, dark meat have a lot of flavor. So, Excuse me while I wash my hands off real quick. There's about 1.5 pounds of boneless, skinless chicken leg meat, and I'm going to bring this up to the boil. Okay, we'll bring this up to the boil. I've been scraping fond all along. You can see here, I've been scraping fond, and that just adds to the flavor of this curry. And I'm going to bring this up to a boil, and then I'm going to reduce it to a medium simmer. You could even do a low simmer. And I'm going to cook this chicken for about 15 minutes until it's done, and then move on to the next step, which will be adding my parboiled potatoes, which I did earlier this morning. All right, look at that fond. Okay. At this point, before I add the potatoes, I'm going to add some sliced bamboo shoot tips, the very tips, the best part of the bamboo shoot, sliced. Okay. And I'm going to let those bamboo shoot tips soak up the flavor of the curry. If you've never worked with bamboo shoots, they're delicious, and the tips are so tender and so refreshing. It's almost like eating an artichoke heart. And you can buy a can for about $1.50, or in some Asian markets you can buy the bamboo shoot tip whole and slice it. I did that with my red curry. I love bamboo shoots. They're a good source of fiber. They're delicious. I love the texture. So I'm going to add these bamboo shoots and simmer for about 5 or 10 more minutes. And then I'm going to add the potatoes, and we'll move forward. All right, now, this is optional. Okay, I like to have my curry a little bit spicy. So in this yellow curry, you could add crushed red chili flakes, or jalapeno peppers, or any kind of chili you want to add. And I'm just going to add some garlic chili sauce. Okay, give it a little bit of a bite, give it a little bit of heat. Okay, mix it in. Oh, wonderful. All right. Okay, not going to take much to mix it in. There we go. There we go. Okay. And I'm going to let this simmer for about 5 more minutes, and then the chicken will be done, almost done. And then I'm going to add the potatoes and let it simmer, and it'll thicken this up really nice. So hang on tight. All right, chicken's been simmering long enough. Time to add the potatoes. I am using parboiled white rose potatoes. Now, some of you have heard of white rose. Some of you haven't heard of white rose. The reason I'm using white rose potatoes and I'm keeping the peel on is because the color of the peel, okay, happens to go with the color of the curry. And white rose or baby white rose potatoes, such as these, are a very low starch potato. So yes, they will thicken this curry a little bit, but they're not a high starch potato, okay, like a Yukon, like a red, okay, like an Idaho, okay. These are a low starch potato, like fingerling, like purples, okay. And I didn't want to introduce a lot of starch to this curry, so I used white rose, okay. So if you want to consider making this recipe, okay, I would suggest using a low starch potato, like white rose potatoes or fingerlings, okay. These were parboiled this morning for about 5 minutes, and I'm going to reduce this to a low simmer, and they'll finish cooking in about 5 minutes, and then I'm going to have my dinner. Oh my God, look at all this fond. It's the best part of the dish, scraping the fond off the side of the wok. It just adds so much flavor, And if you use one of these Asian spatulas, it grabs that fond really, really well. So I'm going to let this simmer another 5 to 7 minutes on low with the potatoes, get them cooked, and then I'm going to have dinner. And what can I say? Walk you. Hey guys, I want to thank you for stopping by my Easy Cooking channel tonight and watching me make Thai yellow curry with potatoes and some bamboo shoots. It was delicious, okay? It really is a simple, easy dish to use. And I would recommend to you that anytime you make a curry, whether it's a Thai or a Malaysian curry, don't use chicken breast. Chicken breast is boring, it's pedestrian. Use boneless, skinless chicken thighs or boneless, skinless chicken leg meat. It's fantastic. I want to thank you for stopping by. I hope you make this recipe, and I'll see you on the next video. Take care.